Do you supplement your training with weightlifting?
Um, Not as much as I should. I actually just bought a sled tread. If you know what those are, you got to look them up. And no, I'm not endorsed or anything by saying it, talking about it. But I kept seeing it pop up. So I think the company is Tib Bar Guy. I kept seeing it come up, and I know a common thing with jiu-jitsu guys is they start having knee problems. So walking backwards on that sled tread, I do that pretty much every other day. I have a trap bar for deadlifts. I don't want to be the guy putting a squat bar on my back. I get enough pressure on my spine, doing jujitsu and competing every day. So we have a room that has a trap bar in it with 45-pound plates. A lot of my competitors use it. I use the sled tread, which has a dip bar. The tread you can push forward and backwards like you're pulling a sled. We do that, and then we also have an air bike, and then I have kettlebells too. So I do a quite a bit of kettlebell work. I think that's really great for jujitsu. I work on that trap bar and I work on that sled tread. I try to stretch as much as I can. Again, I'm horrible about not doing that. I should be doing more. I think yoga stretches are very good for jiu-jitsu practitioners. Like my back problems I had a few weeks ago was because my hip flexors in the front were pulling so hard that it was causing me lower back problems. So I had to learn some new ways to stretch like my hip flexors because I'm always in that kind of like that bent over position. Even when I'm passing guard, I'm in the same position. If you flip to me upside down, it'd be the same position as me playing guard. Is that if that makes sense, right? So yeah, I mean, I do try to lift as much as I can, but I try to keep it kettlebells and work like that. I'm thinking of getting into more like isometric movements like box jumps and stuff too because our sport is very explosive. When you want to do a movement, you have to be able to do it quickly and efficiently. And I think that's things that you start noticing as you get older, you're starting to lose. I always tell everybody like when you go against a guy that's in the masters division, they got these grips and their grips are insane. I mean, I'm sure you got guys at your gym that are probably like 30, 40 years old and they grab a hold of you and you're like, what does this guy do for a living? You know what I mean? Like his grips are insane. I can't even break his grip. I always call that the masters division grip because it seems like anybody at that age, like anybody under that age is trying to jump and cartwheel pass and do all this crazy stuff or be really fast. And it seems like the Masters division guys just want to grab a hold of you and get this death grip on you that you can't get them loose. That's kind of what I feel like.
Yeah, but I definitely agree with you on the weight training. I feel like I've not done enough of it, and I always need to do more. I need to do more stretching, and it helps with injury prevention and just helps you be better and stronger on the mats. So it's something I'm trying to do more of as well.
I'll tell you an exercise to go try to see, and everybody should try if they don't already do it, is like grab a couple dumbbells, lightweight, and do a reverse deadlift where you're standing on one leg and you bend forward and your back leg stays straight and you go up. And then when your foot comes back down to the ground, do a reverse lunge and then go back into that and see how many of those you can do. And then you're going to